said the soul's eternally youthful and more brilliant than a thousand suns rising simultaneously. How did it get in this body? If we're not the body, how do we get here? Like sometimes you'll meet some high-class person in a bad part of town. And you say, what's a person like you doing in a place like this? So what's the soul that's eternal, full of knowledge and bliss, doing in a body which is temporary, full of suffering, and destined to die? How did we get here? Well, perfect questions, perfect answers. The Bhagavad Gita answers this question by describing that when husband and wife want to conceive a child, they try to conceive a child, they're not creating life. Something so complex as life is that on their minds when they're trying to conceive a child. They don't know even their spirit soul. So what's happening? What's happening is that by destiny, a spirit soul is placed into that secretion, the sperm and the ovum at the moment of conception. By divine providence, that soul is placed in that secretion. And because of that, the embryo grows. Modern day scientists, they'll say that life comes from matter, that an embryo is not conscious until 6 or 7 months. But, excuse me sir, dead things don't grow. Only living things grow. So that embryo is growing. And what is the source of that life? The soul. The scientists say that life comes from matter, life comes from chemicals. Let them prove it. Because if you have a scientific theory, you have to demonstrate it. So let the scientists take some cells, take some matter, and create life. Now that's science fiction. No scientist has ever taken material elements and created consciousness or life. So life comes from life. You had a father, he had a father, he had a father, back to the original creation. It can't be disputed unless they take chemicals, but they won't be able to do it. So because of the presence of that Atman, the soul, the embryo grows. There's birth, and then as long as the soul stays in the body begins to grow. There's youth, there's middle age, there's old age. It's like a car. A car is a sophisticated machine and only moves when there's a driver. So it's an analogy, but the body is a very sophisticated machine. We're still trying to understand some of the workings of the body, but it's like a machine. But the driver of the machine is the soul. So for that reason, the body is growing. And then finally what? Does anyone live forever? At most, you live, 75. Now with modern science, you can live up to 90, whatever. But then, what happens? Just like a person has an old car. The person's still pretty healthy, but the car gets old and it becomes useless. So what does he do? He sells the car and he buys a new car. So, the big question mark, what is death? Death is you're giving up this car and you're getting a new car. I know it sounds simplistic, but it's very deep, it's very subtle, but we're trying to help you understand. Deinosmin yata dehe homanam yovanam jara tata tiyantaras praktir jiras tatra numuyanti. This is again Gita. As the embodied soul passes from the body of a baby to a youth, to middle age, to old age, as we change bodies in this lifetime, we change bodies at death. We've all experienced changes of body. In fact, I was just speaking with a doctor. The doctor told me that every 7 years, all the cells in the body die. So that means if you're 21, you've had 3 different bodies. Have you become 3 different persons? Have you died 3 times? No. Something's changing, something remains the same. Body is changing, but the soul remains the same. So that's death. And yam yam vapi smaram bhamam, whatever mentality one may have at the moment of death will determine the next birth. Just like here we have this event. So whatever desire you have at the end of this event will take you to your next destination. And after that function's over, your desire will take you to your next destination. So in this way we have what we call reincarnation, very much accepted in modern society. Reincarnation, actually the verb carne in Latin means, it literally means flesh. So reincarnation means to change the flesh. And that's what happens.